What's going on, you guys? Yes, and it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a few months. I'm back. Hopefully, gonna be consistent on this channel. Yeah, I've been just doing a lot of work, a lot of school and things like that. That's why I've been gone. But I've been actually lazy as well. And I really need to. I want to make more content. I feel like if you be consistent on YouTube and stuff like that, then you can kind of grow. And I've been really stagnant on this channel. I mean, I was good for like a few months. I remember like late last year, I was really good. And then I took a big break. And then I said I was going to be back. And then it's been a few months since I made like a video. So I've been obviously inconsistent, but I'm back. And hopefully I'm going to be more consistent for the next few, hopefully, I mean, just for however long I want to do this channel. I mean, I want to take this channel to the next level, but I just need to make content. So I'm back. And we're here to talk about UFC 285 that's happening this Saturday. I'm excited. It's the return of Jon Jones, the greatest of all time. I mean, I can't be more excited about that, man. I mean, it's a really good card too. I loved all the fights before the main event, obviously. The co-main event is great with Valentina Shevchenko and her return. And obviously a lot of up-and-coming stars as well on the main card. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Bo Nickal versus Jamie Pickett. I'm going to go with Bo Nickal. The reason why I'm going to go with Bo Nickal, his wrestling, his grappling is fantastic. I don't know too much about Jamie Pickett, to be quite honest with you. I just know that Bo Nickal, I saw his last fight, I saw the highlights, and I mean, it was a 40-second fight, and just, he has grown so much, and I feel like he's going to be a problem in the middleweight division. 100%. I mean, this is going to be... He's going to be a problem for sure. I mean, I just really like his style. I think it's great. I think the grappling is so good that I think he can pretty much fight with pretty much just about anybody in that division. Even in the top 10, I believe. I really do believe that. And I think he gets this the finish early. I think he gets in the first round. I think he gets a submission in the first round. That's my prediction for that. Bo Nickal, yeah. He's a great fighter. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, he's just a great fighter. He's like pretty much a prodigy because I believe he's like 3 or 4-0. He's 3-0. So, I mean, he hasn't had too many fights in his MMA career. But I really do believe that he's going to be one of the next biggest stars in the UFC. So, I'm going to go with Bo Nickal. First round submission. You got Gamrot versus Jalen Turner. I've kind of been hearing some rumblings about Jalen Turner. And I saw a few of his stuff, and he looks pretty good. Gamrot, obviously, I saw one of his fights. He was in the main event against that one dude. I don't know how to say his last name or his first name, so I'm not even going to bother. But he was in like a main event for a fight night. And I tell you what, man, he has a lot of heart. And I'm actually going to go with Gamrot on this just because his grappling, I really do like Gamrot's grappling a lot. And I don't know a whole lot about Jalen Turner, to be quite honest with you. I kind of learned about him as of recent. And a lot of people do think that he's a very good fighter, but I think Gamrot is a great fighter as well. I believe Gamrot fought not too long ago, didn't he? I believe Gamrot did fight against somebody top of the division, and I don't know if he lost or won. Did he fight? No, was he the one that fought? He might have been the one that fought Beneil Dariush, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, like I really didn't do that much research before doing this video. I'm literally about to check right now. I don't even know whether or not he actually fought Dariush. Yes, he did. He fought Dariush and he lost. But I mean, Beneil Dariush is like very good, and I really do believe that Gamrot's going to be able to use his grappling to be successful in this fight. I'm going to go with him winning. I think unanimous decision to me makes the most sense for Gamrot in my honest opinion. So that's my prediction for that fight. Jeff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov, another very, very good UFC prodigy as well. A guy who has a lot more UFC fights, though. Yeah, man, I mean, Shavkat, I think, gets this, and I think he gets it fairly easy. And this is no disrespect to Jeff Neal. I just think that Shavkat is just on a whole nother level. I think that when you look at Shavkat Rakhmonov, especially in the few fights that he's had in the UFC, he's been dominant all the way through. And his grappling is great. His striking is great. He really doesn't have any flaws as of yet. You know what I mean? You saw that in the fight against Neil Magny. I mean, he completely dominated somebody like Neil Magny, who is a veteran in the game. Jeff Neal, even though he is a great fighter, I don't think he's going to be able to fend off what Shavkat does. So I'm going to go with Shavkat, and I think he gets the finish either in the first or second round. And this is definitely the biggest stages he has ever been, because I don't think Shavkat has ever fought in front of an audience, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's fought pretty much in the Apex for the most part. I could be wrong, so don't fact check me on that. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest fight of his career, and it's gonna be in front of a packed crowd. But I think he rises to the occasion, and I think he gets the finish. I'm gonna say that he gets a submission in this fight. I say he gets a submission, even though I know that he's definitely known for his finishes, like his KOs. He had a really nice I think spinning head kick, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, which looked great. I mean, bro, his striking, everything about Shavkat is fit. Like, bro, he's great. So I think he gets the finish in the second round. Co-main event time. I know I'm kind of going through these fights real quick. I just want to get to the main event, but that's what I'm most excited for. I think that's what you guys came here for anyway. Because it's Jon Jones. It's the return of Jon Jones. So I feel like, even though I'm not giving a whole lot of time, I mean, I'm excited for the fights on this card. Don't get me wrong, but we're all here for Jon Jones, right? But Valentina Shevchenko is fighting Alexa Grasso. I mean, bro, what do you want me to say? Valentina dominates, right? I mean, it just makes sense. But Valentina is arguably the best women's fighter in the world. I mean, I understand that Amanda Nunes beat her twice, but you can obviously argue the second fight. She's just so good at what she does. And I feel like it doesn't matter who it is, she takes everybody seriously. Because obviously when Amanda Nunes, we saw her fight against Juliana Pena, the first one, she didn't take her seriously at all. So, but I feel like with Valentina, it's like she's just a machine. She's a robot. It doesn't matter who they put in front of her. She's just going to take them seriously and dominate her no matter what. She's just that good. And she's definitely making a case for she's already one of the all-time greatest women's fighters ever. It's just a matter of time. I mean, who knows if she'll ever fight Amanda Nunes ever again. I feel like she wants to have that fight. Even though I think that she said in the past that she doesn't want to fight Nunes, I think deep down she wants to, and eventually they will do that fight again. It's just a matter of time. I just know Valentina deep down wants to get revenge against Amanda Nunes, and that fight will happen. I think she will dominate Alexa Grasso. I don't even think it'll be close, and I think she gets a finish as well. I don't know how. It could be by any way she wants. She wins however she wants to. Unanimous decision. She wins by submission. She wins by however she wants to. She wins this fight. I mean, it's obvious. Come on now. But let's get into the main event. Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane for the vacant heavyweight championship. I know I've been gone since the Francis Ngannou stuff has happened, since I've been gone. And, my quick thoughts on it, honestly, I mean, Francis, I hope he gets paid, and I hope he does some boxing fights and he makes a lot of money, because I really do like Francis. Francis is a very likable guy. He's a very good guy, man, and I hope he gets what he deserves. I hope he gets the money that he definitely deserves, which is a lot more than what he was getting paid in the UFC. But let's get back on track. This is for the vacant heavyweight championship. I mean, man, if Jon Jones does this, is there even a conversation at this point anymore? I mean, obviously, to me, at number 2, if y'all saw my video, I believe, did I change? I believe I put Jon Jones at number 1. Or did I put Georges St. Pierre number 1? I don't even remember. But honestly, I think it's no debate. If Jon Jones gets the job done at heavyweight and beats Ciryl Gane at heavyweight, especially in spectacular fashion, I think he is definitely for sure the definitive GOAT. I think he's the greatest fighter to ever do it. I don't think it will be even in the discussion. Like, there will not even be a discussion for it either. You know what I mean? He's so... I mean, we all know the history of Jon Jones, how great he is. Obviously, not the greatest person ever. But as a fighter, I mean, it's undeniable that he is, one of the greatest to ever do it. And to me, he is the greatest, I have to say. Especially if he wins on Saturday, I don't think there really is a conversation for anybody. There's no conversation for Khabib. There's no conversation for Georges St. Pierre. There's no conversation for whoever, Anderson Silva. I don't know who else is in that conversation, but I don't think anybody else is in the conversation if he gets the job done. I mean, he's had an amazing career, and I mean, we'll see how he looks. I mean, obviously he's looked a lot bigger. It looks like he lost a little bit of his speed, but it's not to the point where he's like super slow. It's not like he's, you know, lackadaisical or anything like that. I don't think it's gonna, you know, because Cyril Gane is a big guy too. Cyril Gane is fast. Cyril Gane is really fast, but Jon Jones still is quick, and he's still one of the most agile guys. I mean, he's probably still the most agile guy in the division. Him and Cyril Gane, I mean, they're probably the two most agile guys in the heavyweight division, by far too. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I don't know how this fight goes. I mean, I feel like Jon Jones will have to play it pretty safe, especially at first. You really have to gauge the range because Cyril Gane, his striking is very good. Like, he can catch Jon with something. And obviously, we've seen Jon's chin get tested, and he has a great chin, but this is a whole different ball game in the heavyweight division, where if anybody lands clean, like, bro, it could be done for you. And somebody like Cyril Gane, who, to me, is a dangerous striker, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, Jon Jones, I think Jon Jones gets the job done. I'm predicting Jon Jones to win. I think he wins by like a decision, either split or unanimous. I think it's going to be an extremely close fight. It's just so exciting to see Jon Jones back, and I really hope that this pay-per-view does well. Because obviously we've seen Jon Jones in the past. Like, he had some, like, I think the most successful pay-per-view that he's done, I believe, is the Cormier fight, the second one, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the most successful one. He's never broke 1 million. It would just definitely be very deserving, if anything, that this fight card does very well. Like, I'm predicting that it does over 800,000 pay-per-view buys. But we'll see, man. I mean, so far the Embedded series is out, and I believe the first episode already has over 1.5 million views. So obviously people are caring about this fight. I mean, dude, it's Jon Jones. It is. We haven't seen this man since before the pandemic. I mean, bro, it's been over 3 years since we've seen this dude fight, and we're finally getting him this Saturday. How fucking crazy is that? We're getting Jon fucking Jones. Like, and he's a heavyweight now, fighting Cyril Gane. I mean, bro, outside of the fucking cage, right? He is not like the greatest guy ever, right? He is definitely a little iffy, right? But man, if he don't get you excited, you're just not a fucking human being. I mean, I am so, like, this is one of the most, like, I haven't been this hyped for a UFC pay-per-view card since, like, I don't even fucking remember. I really don't. I mean, obviously, like, I get excited for his UFC, but, like, this level of excitement, I've never been this excited for a UFC pay-per-view event in quite a while. And it's because of how great, the greatness of Jon Jones. I mean, we're seeing one of the all-time greats, like, try and do something, like, to even put him at a different tier compared to everybody else. I mean, this is a big-time fight for him. And it's going to be something very interesting to see, man. And I'm excited, man. And I hope he gets the job done. I'm rooting for Jon Jones. Hey, sue me. I'm rooting for Jon Jones. I'm rooting for Jon Jones. I think he gets the job done by decision. We're just going to see how, leg kicks, play a factor. I mean, we're going to see how they fight. I feel like in the first round, it's really just going to gauge range. Both guys are really, they're going to, it's going to be a feel-out process, and I think like by like the second, half of the second / third round, I think they're going to start throwing, and I think it's going to be, I hope it's a really good fight. I mean, listen, Jon Jones sometimes don't have the greatest fights. Obviously that Thiago Santos fight, I thought he didn't, that was really boring. That was one of my least favorite performances from Jones. I mean, he's not going to be able to treat Anthony Smith the way he, to Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is on a whole nother level to me. So, we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited. I just think that later on, I think in the later rounds, I think Jones starts picking them apart, and I think he wins the later rounds. I think you might see Cyril Gane maybe win round 1, possibly even round 2, but I think rounds 3, 4, and 5, you're going to see Jon Jones pick up the pace, because Jon Jones has that cardio. Will his cardio be tested, or would it be affected since he's a heavyweight now? I don't know. Just knowing John Jones, I don't think he's going to get tired. Maybe a little bit of fatigue more than usual, but I don't think it's going to completely just ruin his game plan for this fight. I think he's going to be able to do well, especially in the later rounds. Compared to Cyril Gane, because Cyril Gane, I mean, he's went the later rounds, and we've seen him get tested before, but John Jones is a different animal. He's a different animal, especially in the later rounds, man. He picks you apart, and he can dominate you. I mean, that's what happened in the later rounds against him. And even though I thought he lost the fight against Dominic Reyes, I mean, in the later rounds, John Jones dominated. So I think John Jones wins. I think he wins by either split or unanimous. Obviously, there might be some controversy. I feel like there's always controversy in that John Jones fight. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys hopefully soon with another one. Peace out.